Is on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And complete to Drake London. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got this downfield to McBride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Come on, set!
Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and have their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. This pass is caught by London. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The Bucs are 1-9 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of heal.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run. Hunt is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. McKenzie now to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Murray going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Murray.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Buccaneers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Let's go.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Punt will try going up the middle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Murray off play action. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running right on the option is Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Again, it's Henderson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now back to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one a first down pickup of 8. They run right side with Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Henderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Ready.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Ready.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And down inside the 15 he goes.
74 yards on the ground for Henderson, as this will be a 1st down as well.
Let's go.
17 yards. And the Falcons 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darrell Henderson. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this would...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 36-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 46. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're